the club, you must be looking forward to the weekend massively.
Absolutely. We're all looking forward to it very, very much. It's a final. It's a prize that you've been working for all season, some longer than others. You know, it'd been nice to have gone up automatically, but we didn't. But the lads have been working hard. They've put their full focus into doing what we need to do. No one's moaning that they've missed their holidays or anything like that. And we're all determined to get this football club to the Football League.
So you've given them a couple of days off, but they're back in training today and building up for the weekend?
No, they haven't had a couple of days off.
No?
No. we decided to get them in. What would they do anyway? And we did a review of the game because we was very pleased with some of the things against Notts County, and there's other things that we needed to slightly improve on. So we had a good chat about that. We went down to Babacombe just to put them in the sea and rest their legs a little bit and rejuvenate their legs, if you like.
You didn't run them back up the hill, did you?
Well, actually, we didn't run them up the hill, no, but it was hard work, and I was pleased to make the top in the end, and everybody gave me a round of applause. And actually, it wasn't me they gave a round of applause; it was my surgeon they gave a round of applause to. It is a steep hill. I wouldn't recommend it, but no, it was fine, and so that was a rest day. And then we worked yesterday on a few things, and we're working today. It's just Thursday off, and then Friday, Saturday will be all our organisational set play stuff.
We've used the phrase before that this is not your first rodeo. How can your experience help what must be a really quite excitable dressing room?
Well, it's got us this far, I suppose, and I think I've just got to be myself. You know, they know what I've done and where I've been. So when you do give them the information, they know that you've been there, you've done it, and that belief then comes from that. You know, you can't say to people that we should do this, do that, if you haven't done it previously yourself, or it's not been successful previously. And some of these boys were with me during those times. So I think they've got a belief in their staff, in the club, and they've got a belief in their teammates. And all they need now is that belief in themselves. And once we get all that, the world's your oyster, as I say.
Sitting up in the stand Saturday didn't feel like it could have gone much better, but there were things you felt needed working on, and you've picked a couple of things up from that.
Yeah, well, you're never going to get the perfect game ever. I don't think any team's ever played the perfect game. But the game that's in my head, I have to keep reiterating and passing over to the boys, and hope that they can see my game in their heads, and play to the plan, if you like. And for the most part, they did that. The biggest thing that you have to do is put in the work rate and the work ethic, and that that way of playing where the opposition know that you're up for it, and that's what you've got to do. And I think for a final, people are going to be up for it anyway.
Yeah.
Every final's near enough 50-50. You've got to try and make sure that you play the percentages, you don't make as many mistakes as you're trying to make them make. And you've got to try and have more shots than them, more corners. You've got to keep it out of your box and get into there. All those sort of things on a one-off game are really important.
Just looking back to Saturday once more, the atmosphere in here was fantastic, wasn't it? The crowd were, you said after the game, the crowd were very much the 11th man for you.
Absolutely, they were. And when I say 11th man, and some people went, it's really the 12th man. I said it because you can't tell me that the crowd weren't in our team on Saturday. That's why I wanted that 11th man, and the people that were football intelligent understood that. And they must have all been football intelligent, because, as you say, the atmosphere was fantastic. And the club planned it on and off the pitch, and it worked, both. You know, you need the supporters to buy into it, of course. But with the music and the drums back and the clappers, as I said, the clappers were a stroke of genius by a member of our board.
Are you like everybody else? Have you had Sweet Caroline going round in your head all week?
Yeah, you do, and sometimes you can pick a song that, you know, people don't really want to hear because of the maybe different age groups and that, but certainly that song took off, and it's the right time to sort of get everybody singing a song that they know in a semi-final. And everybody wanted to be entertained. They come to the party and they wanted to enjoy the party, and as I say, the organisation off the pitch helped that, and also the play on the pitch helped that, with the goals at the right times, all that sort of thing. Yeah, we've had a good look at their game, and you know, I don't want to give anything away in case anybody reads your paper or listens to your radio. But you have to play your game first and foremost. That's what you have to do. I mean, I'm sure their manager's going to be saying, you've got to score within 30 seconds, and we'll be saying that. Do you know what I mean? So there's no secrets there. And then it's what happens on the day. Yeah. These games are always close because there's so much at stake. And then you hope that the quality of your team comes out more than the quality of the opposition, because both teams getting to this stage have got quality. Look at the two teams they've knocked out. They've knocked out Stockport, we've knocked out Notts County. So you've got to respect the two teams for what they've done.
Most of the people who were here on Saturday, and I didn't know that Lee was here. And,
that's
did he
right.
come down out of interest and to support you?
Yeah, he come down to support me and to support his mum, because she was a bit nervous.
Well, and,
of course, he gave Benji a little text to say that he'd be down. That was going to help me, because if Benji then suddenly thinks, you know, I've got to impress both my managers, then that might give him a little bit of a percentage, which he showed when he came on. He was a bit of a threat, wasn't he? And it certainly, when they needed to get back in the game, he kept the ball for a few minutes. When everybody puts in that amount of work to win a game like that, and the atmosphere, you know, and you're doing your best, it drains you, absolutely. And 120 minutes in that heat, you know, is fantastic to get through, whether you're 20 or 40. Not that he's 40, but and I thought he had a great game, and you know, his penalty was world class, let's say.